Once we accept that storytelling is already happening, the most important work leaders can do becomes upstream, before anything gets written, filmed, or shipped. Narrative intent is not a story, it's not a message, and it's not a creative brief. Narrative intent defines how audiences should interpret what they're seeing, especially as circumstances change. It answers questions like, what does this mean? What kind of organization is this? And what should I expect next? Just as importantly, narrative intent creates restraint. It clarifies what should not be over-explained, dramatized, or resolved too quickly. And when leaders skip this step, production teams and communications leads alike are forced to discover meaning on the fly. That's when storytelling becomes inconsistent, reactive, or overly expressive. Strategic storytelling starts when leaders own narrative intent and let teams translate it into execution. This is the core framework for this section, and arguably the most important idea in the entire module. Narrative intent has three components. Together, they define the boundaries within which all storytelling should operate. First, what must be understood. This is the minimum shared understanding audiences need to interpret actions correctly. It's not exhaustive detail, it's orientation. Second, what must be believed. This is the belief or conclusion audiences should reasonably arrive at over time, about your priorities, credibility, or direction. Third, and this is where many organizations fail, what must remain unresolved. Strategic storytelling often requires restraint. Leaving certain tensions open creates trust, anticipation, and flexibility. Over-resolution can create skepticism or false certainty. This framework gives you a way to set direction without scripting outcomes. Teams still create stories, but they do so inside intentional boundaries rather than guessing at meaning. So, which of these three is hardest for your organization to define? And where do teams tend to over-resolve instead of allowing ambiguity to do its work?